Before this situation happened, I had actually been considering getting Ion Fury. I was so excited that it was from the creators of Duke Nukem 3D, and I was so ecstatic with the fact that they brought back the build engine. I was just so intrigued with everything surrounding this release. And even though the game itself seems great, it has raving reviews and 9 out of 10s on Steam, I cannot consider supporting the game at this point after what has surrounded it. So Voidpoint, the developers of Ion Fury, have been facing some heat over the past few days from users on Reset Era. A user created a thread discussing all of the issues that the game has, mainly because one of the developers was using the term SJW derogatorily by saying, "Some SJWs are fucking nuts in the Discord server," which upset quite a few of the users. So of course they started searching in-game for anything they could to actually attack the game for, simply because some of them did not like the developers' individual thoughts. And because the game is heavily inspired by 90s film culture, there are some in-game items that are seen more as offensive. Like soap in one of the bathrooms being called "oh gay" instead of "olay." And there are a few other examples of things in-game along these lines, but because users of Reset Era were so outraged, 3D Realms CEO Mike Nielsen made a statement after Eurogamer reached out to the company, saying that they were going to immediately undergo patching out unacceptable language in the game. Members of Voidpoint's Ion Fury team have made sexist and transphobic comments and included homophobic language in Ion Fury. We recognize these statements are insensitive, unacceptable, and counterproductive to causes of equality. We unequivocally apologize both for these comments and language as well as for any pain they have caused the gaming community, particularly women and members of the LGBTQ community. We take full responsibility for any damage that has been done to the relationships we've worked so hard to build. Moving forward, Voidpoint will institute a zero-tolerance policy for this type of language, and all employees and contractors will undergo mandatory sensitivity training. As part of our efforts to contribute to the work that must be done to further support these communities, we are donating $10,000 from Ion Fury's release day proceeds to the Trevor Project. We are also patching Ion Fury as soon as possible to remove all unacceptable language. Now, I think that it is obvious for the items in-game that they are just jokes. Maybe you see them as distasteful, but that is all that they are. These obviously are not placed to be insensitive or to upset people. Look at Duke Nukem itself. It was disliked by so many people due to the unnecessary jokes it had as well, and this is just following in its footsteps. And it is not like this was used in dialogue between two characters, one insulting another character. I would understand that situation a little bit more. But renaming a soap to "oh gay" instead of "olay" really does not seem like something to cancel a game over. To be so outraged by that you will tell people to boycott the game. But you are willing to go this far? To implement zero-tolerance policies along with self-censoring your game? Listening to outrage is not going to get you anywhere. Why remove specific parts of your game? So that you do not ruin your reputation or so that you face less backlash? Unfortunately for you, it's too late, and that is not the way that it is going to go. You still will receive backlash because you are giving in to outrage. It is your creation and you had no problems publishing the material in it. Just stick with what you have created. Why put these types of jokes and items in your game in the first place if you are just going to remove them if a few individuals dislike them? You obviously were okay with them prior to the social media outrage, and it is not even a large group of people that are very offended by it. It is just a few people on a specific forum site that, yes, is known to get games canceled and to point out anything that they can in games just so they can act outraged about them. No matter how offensive it might be to some people, I believe the developers still have the right to create what they want as long as it does not violate any laws. And now, to make the situation even worse, after their statement and all of these problems are still going on, they are heavily monitoring their Steam forums, censoring users from discussing the in-game censorship. If someone attempts to post a thread in the forums to discuss the changes the game will be receiving, and generally voicing their unhappiness with the decision, they are locking and deleting those threads, and they are even going as far as to ban users, because users are voicing their distaste, and apparently that is not okay to them. They do not like that you have an opinion, so you will get banned or your thread will just get locked and possibly deleted. Haven't companies learned anything? Trying to silence your customers is definitely not the way to go. These people are the reason your game has done fantastic in the short amount of time that it has been released. Without all of these people that have purchased your game, no one would have gotten outraged at your release because no one would have eyes on it or be playing it, and no one would care about it. It's just the honest truth. They are very lucky that this game has been so successful in this short amount of time that it has been actually out, and so many people do like it. Why are you going to give into internet outrage, and why are you going to censor people that are voicing their distaste for your self-censorship? People are willing to defend you and to defend your creation, and you gave in to the people that probably wouldn't have even purchased your game, and now even though you're self-censoring it, they are not going to buy it anyway, and that is the problem. Companies trying to pander to the wrong audiences. They should have realized the group of people that purchased their game, and the people that are outraged obviously would have not purchased it anyway. But that is all that I wanted to talk about today. Please let everyone know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed and a dislike if you did not. I appreciate your support either way. Also, make sure to share this video because I felt as though it was important to kind of wrap up all of the context to the situation right now. If this does continue and they go even further, I will let you all know. But I will talk to you guys again in the next video really soon.